Police officers, the people one most rely on when encountered with a dangerous situation and are at a feeling of strong vulnerability. But what if law enforcement is the actual danger? As society turns a blind eye towards police and their background record, the so-called aid is not being adequately provided. If action is taken today by voicing the necessity of deeper extensive background checks, trauma will no longer be an area of concern. Studies have found that at least 40% of police officer families experience domestic violence, in contrast to 10% of families in the general population. Police officers conducting abuse to their own families are being permitted to handle cases of extreme brutality without being particularly stable themselves. It is building a sense of insecurity and painting the picture that law enforcement is leaning more towards being harmful than helpful. Victims of such traumatic experiences should be able to feel safe once calling officials. Allow me to tell you the story of Debbie. She is one of the multiple women who have suffered emotional and physical abuse at the hands of police officer partners. Debbie feels the police acted differently because her partner was a fellow officer. She says, "I never got treated like the victim. If he'd been a butcher who'd hit me, or a traffic warden, or a solicitor, they would have not been the way they were with me." Several years after the night she first called the police, Debbie says she still feels betrayed, belittled, and completely disillusioned. Inadequate officials being allowed to keep such a high job position are leading to an unending cycle of misery within families, domestic violence victims, and society as a whole. Victims of crime seeking for law enforcement help are yet again having to deal with torture due to unfavorable effect of officials. The lives of many people are at stake, and we must be the ones to stand up and bring this all to an end.